YouTuber to Cynthia Michael from School Productions bring you a new podcast from my segment called The Super Sentai Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to breathe so hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, this podcast might retain some adult language. If you're under 18, this audio podcast will retain some adult language. If you're under 18, if you're over 18, you're good. So anyway, let's get into the latest episode of Lifting Sentai versus Patranger. So basically, if this episode starts off, we see the Lupinranger at some factory somewhere, fighting a bunch of gang-raid foot soldiers. So, but at the global police headquarters, Patranger was talking to the rest of the team about the cooks at the Beachville restaurant. That's the name of the restaurant that the Lupinrangers work at and own and operate in this their headquarters, saying that they might be the Lupinrangers. So basically, Patrick Green was like, doesn't really buy it. So basically, Patranger had Giancarlo, their Hooper robot, to run down their backgrounds. Turns out we got a background check on the Lupinranger's cover. A background check on the Lupinrangers. Turns out that Lupinranger's parents died at a young age, and his brother, he was living with his brother until Zamigo, the gang-raid monster, showed up a year ago and killed his brother in front of eyes. So basically, also that Lupinranger is also 19 years old. He's a high school graduate. Now, Listen Blue's background is that he was a rising chef working at a good and. He was a licensed chef working at a good restaurant until Zamigo showed up and killed his fiance in the black eyes. So basically, he started dating. Turns out that Lipton Blue is 24 years old. So basically, it kind of doesn't make sense for Lipton Blue to take orders from Lipton Red, even though Lipton Blue is older than Lipton Red. So anyway, and finally that that Lipton Yellow used to went to old girls high school a year ago. That's when went to old girl high school a year ago until her best friend was killed in a block of ice by Zamigo. So basically, Patranger pointed out the pattern that they were always these guys were all had finalized before a year ago, and the same year they started working at the restaurant in the same year that the Lupinrangers appeared. So basically, Jim Carter was like, alright, so basically, Commander Hilltop was like, we can't lock them up for our proof that they are the Lupinrangers. But you guys, I'm just saying that, if you think that they are the Lupinrangers, just give me some proof, and then I'll give you guys a warrant to lock them. Give me right to Right. So basically, to Mr. Hillcock say that like you do have some, you do make a strong case, but the evidence you can't just arrest them. So basically, so basically, Mr. Hillcock say, bring me some evidence that they are listening to this, then you can arrest them. But until then, you can't, you can only, only observe, like observe them and whatnot. So anyway, while the Patranger is filling up the meeting with Commissioner Hilltop and whatnot, blah blah blah, the Lupinrangers managed to defeat the foot soldiers, but the foot soldiers somehow managed to disappear somewhere in an alley in near the factory. So basically, the Lupinrangers figured that maybe the dead end in the dead end of that alley, that wall must lead to a secret, must be like a secret portal that leads to the Gangwich's hideout or somewhere. So anyway. So basically, the Lupinrangers went back to work at the restaurant and blah blah blah, and that's when the Patranger start to keep tabs on them and whatnot, start to keep surveillance on them. So basically, lifting yellow and Mr. Blue were working back at the restaurant, but lifting Ray went back to the alley in the factory trying to figure out how to open up the secret portal, trying to open up the secret portal on the wall and whatnot. So far, but unknown to him, unknown to him, Pat the Word was tearing him. So basically, that's when the good striker somehow popped up in Mr. Red's sweater and turned that you and the other Lupinrangers are being trailed by the Patranger. So basically, you need to boogie back. So basically, after getting that information from the good striker, Lupin Red and the good striker under his Twitter, went back to the restaurant and told the others that the Patranger are surveilling you guys now. They think that you guys are the Lupinranger. So basically, that's when the good striker asked why you guys became the Lupinrangers in the first place. So basically, Lupin Yellow told him that a year ago we lost our loved ones a year ago. So basically, we know that the listing correction, if we got basically, Mr. Cogway said if we get the listing correction, it will give us a wish. So basically, we're going to use that wish to bring our loved ones back. So basically, so after Lifting Yellow explained the whole situation, why they came the Lupinrangers in the first place, Lifting Boo said, I thought Mr. Cogwell would have told you that, but the good striker said, Mr. Cogwell, I don't want to talk to Mr. Cogwell. So basically, that the good striker knows that Mr. Cogwell, the butler of the Lupinrangers deployed, been collecting had the Lupinrangers collect the listed items. So basically, every time that this Chicago gets a new listing item, he puts it inside the book. So basically, we know why. So basically, the good striker does not want to be put in that book for some reason. So anyway, that's when we get more details about the good striker. It turns out that the good striker's job is to make sure that the listing item doesn't fall into the wrong hands. So basically, you guys so basically, you guys maybe feed, but you guys are feed, but you guys have some good. You guys are not evil. So basically, I know that the listed items are in good hands. So basically, that's when Mr. Blue say, hey, but you hold out the Pack Rangers as well. So like my job is to make sure that the listed items do not fall into bad hands. So basically, even though the Patrangers are the police, but they're not evil. So basically, I trust you. So basically, I trust you guys in the Patrangers to make sure that that the listed items doesn't fall in the wrong hands. So basically, but still, that's true. So basically, the good cycle saying that it's in my good interest. It's in my good interest to make sure you guys don't get, in y'all. So basically, it's in my good interest in helping y'all get your wish, to make sure that the Pack Rangers doesn't bust you guys for being the listed Rangers. So anyway, so basically that's when. So basically, they can't. So basically, that's when Lifting Yellow got a text from Lifting Blue that are you working at the restaurant tomorrow? And she's responding no. So basically, wait a minute, so basically, Lifting Red is wait a minute. So basically, change your answer. Tell me yes, you'll be working at the restaurant. So basically, that's when Lifting Red came up with a plan to draw off the Pack Rangers off them being the Lifting Rangers. So basically, the Lifting Red plan was to use the power of the Good Striker to make copies of himself and use the copies to use Lifting Red's Ranger copies. Dress them up as Lifting Blue and Lifting Yellow's Ranger forms to trick the Pack Rangers just in case the Pack Rangers heard some bullshit, tried to fake a Gangless monster attack and whatnot. So basically, Lifting Red can use his Ranger form, disguise him as the other Lifting Rangers Ranger forms to make sure that the Lifting Rangers are in one place and we here at the restaurant. But Lifting Blue said, but you're gonna be in Ranger mode. So basically, how does this plan work? So basically, maybe we should tell Mr. Carla. So basically, why they were coming up, why the Patrangers came up, why the Lifting Rangers came up with their plan. The Patrangers came up with plan. So basically, their plan was to go to the restaurant tomorrow, have Gene Carter pose as a Gangless monster, have them attack the same factory that the Gangless foot children had been seen and whatnot, and have a bunch of undercover global police officers play construction workers working at the plant and whatnot, being attacked by Gene Carter, the robot assistant. So basically, they taped a safe to Gene Carter's overhead, and Gene Carter just played a part. So basically, both the Pack Rangers and the Lifting Rangers plans went as scheduled. So basically, the plan for the Pack Ranger plan to start the Lifting Rangers went as scheduled, and the plan from the Lifting Rangers to confuse them that they're not the Lifting Rangers had went all out of hit. So basically, everything was kind of balanced. So basically, but that's when, during the whole planning stage, after the Lithuanians plan, fool the Patrangers, they're not the Lithuanians, which in the fact, somehow Lithuania managed to figure out how to get past the wall portal that led inside the fake wall lead in with the portal that lead inside a secret room inside the factory that the Gingrich foot soldiers used to escape the first time from the Lupinranger. So basically, lifting red was for basically. So basically, lifting red got inside and was fighting the gang with foot soldiers by himself. And Goss showed up and started to really throw a monkey wrench into. So basically, lifting red turns out that lifting red thought that the portal leads to the Gingrich gang's hideout, but turns out it's just a secret room. There's a secret place inside the factory and whatnot. So basically, Goss used her lifting items to make the Gingrich foot soldiers grow. The Patrangers made sure everybody got to all the civilians got to safety, while the Lupinrangers, with the help of the good striker, deal with the giant Gingrich foot soldiers, with the Gingrich foot soldiers. So together, using the power of the Firefire helicopter Zord, they managed to destroy the giant lifting foot soldiers, and also tricked the Patrangers into not thinking that they are the Lupinrangers. So basically, and the help and also have help from Mr. Cabo himself. So basically at the restaurant, Mr. Cabo was kind of shocked that that the Ghost Striker helped you guys out after all. So basically, yeah. So anyway, that's when Mr. Red said that that henchwoman Gosh had two items. Had two items. So one was a gun, that made the Gingrich monster grow. But the other was a pair of binoculars. So basically, it's like so basically, Mr. Cargo was like, I know, thinking like you do say. So basically, so basically, it seems like he was shocked to hear that that the items that these two items was in the hands of the Gingrich powerful henchwoman. Stuff. So basically, he's saying that I will look into those items' powers and see what type of powers that they really have. Even though God used the gun to make all the Gingrich monsters grow and whatnot, but we don't know the power of the binoculars and shit. So basically, Mr. Carter was like, I will look into the power of those items, but make sure that you guys, you guys don't give the reason for the Patranger to expect you guys to be in the Lupinrangers again. So anyway, back at the Global Police headquarters, the Patrangers are like, it came to the conclusion that the cooks at the restaurant are not the Lupinrangers. So basically, the Lupinrangers plan works. So basically, the Patrangers believe that they're they're not the Lupinrangers. So anyway, so basically, like Patranger is like I guess I was wrong. So basically, like Patranger. So Patranger is saying that don't worry, one day we'll figure out who the Lupinrangers really are, and that way we will finally get some answers from them and the rest of them once and for all. So basically, the episode ended with the Patranger, Jim Carter the robot, and Commissioner Hilltop eating candy from a basket, eating some candy and some cookies from a basket, and this is how the episode ended. So basically, we finally got some more details. So basically, we got some more details. We finally got details on which loved one that Zamigo killed. Turns out that Zamigo killed. We finally got details on Listen Red. So basically, we know that Listen Red's brother got killed by Zamigo. We also found out some interesting details about the good striker as well. Turns out he's a special item that makes sure that job is to make sure that the other listed items doesn't fall into wrong hands. So basically, we got some good details about Listen Red and the good striker it's himself. So basically, this was a good episode. So anyway, like always, the Sin Michael signing off. 1,